Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about update 11.4 for World of Warships. This update brings quite a few key features to the game, including Italian destroyers taking their place in the tech tree and the arms race being added to random and co-op battles. But most importantly, there's going to be an alternative branch of French cruisers, well, super cruisers slash battle cruisers, coming to the game in early access mode. So stay tuned for the rest of the video for that. If you could, please subscribe to the channel and smash the like button if war games related content is what floats your boat. Anyway, let's get into it. So it starts off by saying, captains, due to the installation of the update, the server will be unavailable from Thursday 19th of May, this is UK time, from 6 AM to 9 PM. Sorry, 9 AM, sorry, not the whole day. So 3 hours. Thankfully that shouldn't affect me too much, but that's UK time, so GMT time. Anyway, next it says, update 11.4 brings you the following new features. Launch of an additional branch of French cruisers in early access, Italian destroyers taking their place in the tech tree, addition of arms race to random and co-op battles, construction of Atlantico in full swing at the Dockyard, and the continuation of submarine testing. Also remember to watch out for the little gift that they always give in these articles, which is just day premium time. It is in different places for different people, so just scan through the document and hopefully you'll find it. Anyway, so it starts off with French cruisers, super cruisers slash battle cruisers. Anyway, these new ships have found their places next to the first branch of French cruisers. The main feature of the newcomers is their large caliber guns in terms of their class, mounted on the bow. While they reload slowly, this is compensated for by the main battery reload booster consumable. The new ships are capable of achieving high speeds with the help of the improved French-specific engine boost consumable. The ship's armour does a great job in protecting their citadels against medium caliber armour piercing shells, but the new cruisers are quite vulnerable against HE and SAP shells. Medium and long ranges are optimal for engagements, but with the help of their 139mm secondary battery guns with improved accuracy, the new ships can also show their worth in close range encounters. So the new ships, so it's going to be branching off from tier 7 or tier 8, so I assume tier 7, which gives you tier 8 Cherbourg, tier 9 Brest and tier 10 Marseille. So the tier 8 Cherbourg is a project of a super heavy cruiser close to the Dunkirk class ships, with her main armament comprising 8 305mm guns, so 12-inch guns like the Alaska class. Next we have tier 9, which is Brest, is a cruiser with 330mm main battery guns concentrated at the bow. Her anti-aircraft artillery comprises Bofors and Oerlikon automatic guns. So that's, to me, sounds like it's pretty much 13-inch guns, so like the Dunkirk class. Tier 9. Interesting. Next we have Marseille, which is a super heavy cruiser with a displacement of over 30,000 tons. Her main armament comprises 9 330mm guns placed in 3 turrets at the ship's bow. So early access. Cherbourg will be available as the final reward for completing combat missions, so you can get that for free pretty much. All you need to do is complete a couple of missions and you've got it. Next, Brest may be obtained via random bundles available for doubloons. Ugh. Wargaming. Why? You have these random bundles and the sequential bundles. Why would you do that? We know you like to make money, but that's going over the top. Nobody likes them. Hardly anyone buys them. And let's be honest, it's not giving yourselves a good face, so please stop doing them. Anyway, next, Marseille will be available at the end of a chain of sequential bundles for doubloons. Again, it's just... honestly, Wargaming, you shouldn't be doing these bundles where you have to spend 5,000 doubloons or something stupid just for a ship that you're going to get in the tech tree later on down the line. So all details of the event dedicated to the launch of the French cruisers in early access will be released separately. When update 11.6 goes live, the French cruisers will become available for all players to research. So next, for French cruisers, I like the idea of them. I think it'd be a nice class to have because they've got good guns and it's a super cruiser kind of class, and I like super cruisers. I've got the Alaska and I love it. It's a brilliant ship. Anyway, next we have Italian destroyers in the tech tree. With the release of Update 11.4, the entire branch of Italian destroyers will become available for all players to research. We'll release a separate article for you describing the intricate details of how to handle ships of the new branch in battle. So that's it for Italian destroyers. Obviously we know about them. I think most people have got them, except the ones you have to get these stupid bundles for. But anyway, Dockyard. The construction of Pan-American battleship Atlantico is progressing at full steam. The Dockyard combat missions will continue to be accessible during the first 3 weeks of Update 11.4, and the Dockyard will be available until Update 11.4 comes to an end. So, as we know, that'll be up. The Dockyard will be available until 11.5. Then Puerto Rico comes out, which I'm looking forward to. Next, we have the arms race in random and co-op battles. So I know quite a few people have been looking forward to this. In Update 11.4, Arms Race will be introduced into random and co-op battles. Key feature of Arms Race is that special buffed areas appear on the map. These provide bonuses to the combat characteristics of all ships on your team. Arms Race will only be available in battles where the highest ship tier is 9 or 10, as well as in battles with super ships. As you probably know from my previous videos, I'm not fond of super ships, but, you know, that's what you get. The main matchmaker settings will be similar to those used in random and co-op battles, respectively. Arms Race is for the following 8 maps only: Island of Ice, Sleeping Giant, Warrior's Path, Mountain Range, Northern Waters, Land of Fire, Hotspot, and Loop. So we'll give you the full lowdown on Arms Race in a dedicated article. With the addition of Arms Race to random and co-op battles, we're disabling Epicenter, which is a shame because I liked Epicenter, but most people didn't, so I suppose that's probably why. Anyway, next, Minimap updates. To make communication in battle more convenient and comprehensive and simple, we've updated the minimap, added new settings, showed the exact location in the square. When double clicking the minimap, the exact spot is shown instead of the overall square. Oh, so that's like in World of Tanks where it highlights the exact position, not just that square. So that's good. That's quite a useful feature actually. Minimap settings will consist of 2 sections: circle settings and other settings. They will now correctly fit on screens of any resolution. So that's nice to add in more features for the minimap. Makes it easier to communicate with your teammates, which, you know, for example, where you want to target or where you're going to go. Anyway, Clan Battles. Update 11.4 kicks off Season 17 of Clan Battles. It's codenamed Cayman, and the battles are going to be held in a 7 vs 7 format, playing tier 10 ships and super ships. So the clan battles start on the 25th of May and end on the 12th of July. So restrictions for the clan battles: you're not allowed to have aircraft carriers, you're not allowed to have more than 1 battleship per team, no more than 2 super ships per team, Petropavlovsky and Kleber cannot be deployed, and no more than 3 mercenaries per division. These restrictions will allow us to diversify the gameplay and increase the variability of setups in the season. So next we have Ranked Battles. Update 11.4 will see the launch of Ranked Battles Season 7. So Ranked Battle starts on the 19th of May, so when the update comes out, and it ends on the 14th of July. Format. This season, all the leagues involve tier 8 and 9 ships fighting in a 6 vs 6 format. That'd be nice, I can use my Alaska. That should keep me happy for a while. The rules for keeping a star differ between the leagues. In the Bronze League, players who take the first 2 places by XP keep their stars in a lost battle. In the Silver League, only the top XP earner keeps their stars in a lost battle. In the Gold League, players do not keep their stars in a lost battle at all. So these changes emphasise the different levels of competitiveness in each league. We have revised the number of stars required to reach rank 1. The purpose of this is to make sure that the average number of battles required to reach rank 1 does not change. So next we have the continuation of submarine testing. So we continue testing submarines. Update 11.4 brings in a number of changes. So they disable the possibility to launch conventional torpedoes at maximum depth. So from update 11.2, conventional torpedoes no longer home in on targets vertically. It became ineffective to launch them from the maximum depth, which is why we've disabled the possibility. So next they have disabled the increased dive capacity depletion rate when a submarine is detected by the enemy. This led to a change in the corresponding commander skills and upgrades. A modifier for the dive capacity restoration rate has been introduced instead of the modifier for additional dive capacity depletion. Additional dive capacity depletion was already very low and had minimal impact on the gameplay of submarines. We decided to get rid of it because it made gameplay excessively complicated. The ping movement effect has been replaced with a launch effect, and this also gives a hint about the direction of the ping's origin. If a submarine isn't detected at the moment a ping is being emitted, the effect is displayed in the direction the sonar ping was emitted within a range of 1 kilometer from the sub. So the previously used effect was visible and drew attention, but it was hard to understand where it originated from. The new effect better indicates where the sonar ping was emitted from. Players' attention will also still be drawn by the hit indicator and the sound of any pings that come close. The new effect will help players better understand the locations of undetected submarines so they can attack them more efficiently with main battery guns and the depth charge airstrike armament. So, countering subs and sub survivability. After careful analysis of their combat efficiency, we've reduced the survivability of submarines in battle. In update 11.4, the radius of the impact area of ship dropped depth charges was increased from 450 to 800 meters. So that's quite the distance. So if you hit in the general area of the sub, you are going to deal damage. Increase the damage dealt with the depth charge airstrike in the outermost parts of the impact area. Change the minimum drop distance for the depth charge airstrike for battleships, now equals 500 meters, same as for cruisers. So changing sub depth to facilitate quick combat characteristic changes. In update 11.4 we removed the possibility to tread the line between two different depths and retain the benefits of both. Sub-characteristics and capabilities at periscope depth are now maintained while staying at the depth and right until a sub has reached her maximum depth. The border separating the periscope and maximum depths now relies at 15 meters. Maximum depths values were changed from 30 to 60 and 60 meters. Other submarine tweaks. We've added changes to commander skills. Sonar man. Ping effect duration on a sector highlighted once was changed from 10% to 25%. Duration of a ping effect on a twice highlighted sector was changed from plus 20% to minus 15%. Torpedo crew training. Bonus to the torpedo tube reload time applied when the enemy detects your sub was increased from 5% to 15%. Enhanced impulse generator. The skill is activated when a sub has less than 33% of her maximum dive capacity remaining. Consumable enhancements. Bonus applied to the action time of consumables was increased from 7.5% to 10%. Adrenaline rush. Bonus to the reload time of armament for each percent of HP lost was increased from 0.2% to 0.25%. Improved battery efficiency. Bonus is activated when a sub has less than 50% of her max dive capacity, previously 25%. Enlarged propeller shaft. Bonus is activated when a sub has less than 50% of her maximum dive capacity, previously 25%. Bonus to speed while underwater was increased from 15 to 18%. So, changes to subs. I like what they're doing with the ASWs, so that's good. But, you know, it's subs, isn't it? They're never going to be perfect the way they're going to be in the game. It's just you're going to have to keep tweaking them until there's no point in having them. That's my opinion on it, really. But anyway, game balance changes. We're tuning the balance of certain ships based on our analysis of their combat effectiveness and your feedback. These changes were required in order to carefully adjust the balance of selected warships. Further changes may follow in future updates should they be required. So, Cruiser Des Moines, surveillance radar consumable action time reduced from 40 to 35 seconds. That is good, that is well needed, because I honestly don't understand why the Americans have got surveillance radar anyway. British radar has been, and still is, the best radar in the world for starters. And its range is phenomenal in-game. Whereas, so if you're Des Moines, you're going to be spotting that same target for 40 seconds. So a lot of the time, that destroyer or cruiser even is going to get either obliterated or mostly damaged. Anyway, surveillance radar consumable is now selected by default for this slot. Cruiser Buffalo. Surveillance radar consumable action time reduced from 35 to 30 seconds. Surveillance radar consumable is now selected by default for this slot. Cruiser Baltimore. Surveillance radar consumable action time reduced from 27 seconds to 25 seconds. Cruiser Harbin. Sigma parameter reduced from 2.05 to 2.0. Supercarrier United States. Preparation time tactical attack aircraft squadron increased from 150 to 175 seconds. Preparation time of tactical torpedo bomber squadron increased from 150 to 195 seconds. Supercarrier Eagle. Preparation time of tactical attack aircraft squadron increased from 150 to 175 seconds. Preparation time of tactical torpedo bomber squadrons increased from 240 to 275 seconds. So, Cruiser Petropavlovsky. Deck armor reduced from 50 to 40 millimeters. Casemate armor reduced from 50 to 40 millimeters also. Cruiser Armoury IV. Rudder shift time reduced from 11.9 to 11.2 seconds. Destroyer Ragnar. Reload speed of the ship's main battery guns increased from 3.2 to 3.4 seconds. Destroyers Sanyang, Chungmu and Yuyang. Torpedo reload booster consumable added. Number of consumable charges 2 and reload time 300 seconds. Super Destroyer Zorki. Torpedo range increased from 8 to 10 kilometers. Main battery reload time increased from 5 to 5.3 seconds. Next we have Destroyer Grozovoy. Range of researchable torpedoes increased from 10 to 12 kilometers. So next we have, surprisingly, Cruiser Belfast 43. So she's main battery reload time reduced from 10.5 to 10 seconds. So that's interesting because, well, if I'm honest, she needs buffing anyway because she's poor ship, you know. There's no point in getting her because if they ever bring Belfast to, let's say, the Black Friday event, then you may as well get her there because she is so much better than Belfast 43. Anyway, Cruiser Admiral Hipper. Main battery reload time reduced from 11 to 10.5 seconds. Hang on, that's why I'm surprised they haven't actually bothered to buff the Hipper, which is again, you know, not the Hipper, sorry, Prince Eugen, because I've got Prince Eugen. I mean, I'd like to see that buffed as well as Admiral Hipper because they're the same ships. So I don't know, but then again, Prince Eugen's got a heal. Anyway, Cruiser Tarlin. Main battery reload time reduced from 13 to 12.5 seconds. Soviet Tier 8 aircraft carrier, Chakalov, I think that's how I say it. Maximum torpedo damage reduced from 5,200 to 4,666. Maximum bomb damage of skip bombers reduced from 8,700 to 7,500. Chances of causing a fire on target reduced from 49 to 43%. So, Armoury. When the update goes live, the Armoury will feature Mecklenburg, a battleship carrying as many as 16 305mm guns placed in quadruple gun turrets. The ship's anti-aircraft defences comprise systems developed in the 1940s. Mecklenburg wields a large number of guns with a high rate of fire and accuracy, decent AA defences, and good armour protection. At the same time, the battleship's HP pool is not that high and the guns have a small calibre. The warship is equipped with the defensive AA fire and repair party consumables. Players can choose between a fighter and a spotting aircraft consumable. Unlike the majority of German counterparts, Mecklenburg does not have access to hydroacoustic search. So, interesting, she's got the 12-inch guns, so I'm assuming it's the same ones that are on Brandenburg. I mean, I've got Brandenburg and they're okay, but they're not very accurate. So it says that this one's going to have high accuracy. So, that'll be good. I think that will be good. You can get the ship in exchange for 31,000 steel. So, that's interesting. I mean, granted, I'm never going to get it, so don't look at me for a review, because I haven't even got my first steel ship yet. But anyway, next we have Azur Lane. I mean, I know quite a few people are looking forward to this. I'm not, because I'm not really into that sort of stuff, but so be it. As part of the next stage of our collaboration with Azur Lane, World of Warships will see the addition of ships AL Aurora and AL Azuma. Special camouflages: Azur Lane, New Jersey for Iowa, Azur Lane Formidable for Indomitable, and Azur Lane for Shokaku. Commanders: Bismarck, Zara, Chapayev, St. Louis, Formidable, and New Jersey. The Azur Lane of Aurora and Azur Lane Azuma commemorative flags. The Azur Lane premium container contents have been updated. First item is Azur Lane Siren expendable camouflages, which of you get 6. Second item, one of the Dunkirk, John Bart, St. Louis, Prince Eugen, Rune, Admiral Hipper, Bismarck, Littorio, Zara, Shokaku, Yukikaze, Azuma, Yatsen, Sovietsia Russia, Aurora, Chapayev, Belfast, Nelson, Hood, Neptune, Formidable, Baltimore, Enterprise, Cleveland, Montpelier, or New Jersey commanders with 10 skill points. Whew, and breathe. That's quite a few. Third item, you get 12 times special signals of the same type. So, any Azur Lane premium containers already on players' accounts will be updated accordingly with the release of update 11.4. So, again, I'm not hyped for this because I'm not bothered about it, but I know quite a few people are, so good on you people if you want that. Content additions and changes. The update brings the following items to the game. The following permanent camouflages: Liberation for Cherbourg, Brest and Marseille, Enlightenment for Toulon, and Sous Generis for Black, Gamala Ugslflagen, French cruisers, Battle of Helgia and USS Black flags, Commanders Frederick Honrick Af Chapman, Ichiro Sato, Tamiya Yamazaki, Nathan Wyatt, Arley Burke, Takeo Takagi, and Hank Bailey, Vosser, Battle of Midway and USS Black Patches, Cayman and Hurricane achievements. So, the following ships have been added for testing by development, super testers and community contributors. So, British battleships, battle cruisers: Queen Mary, Tiger, Rook, Duncan, St. Vincent / St. Lawrence. German super cruiser Clausewitz, and the 6-gun Nelson Collingwood. So they also have other changes and improvements, but I'm not going to read that out, otherwise it'll take me another 20 minutes on its own. But the link will be in the description to this website if you want to read it for yourself. But anyway, that is it. Overall, I think it's nice. I do like the idea of the French cruisers. I do like the idea of Mecklenburg, and it's nice to have a different road coming to random battles. So it gives it a new lick of paint, really, isn't it? So yeah, this update is probably something to look forward to. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if war games related content floats your boat, and smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.